Sweet Little Lies PC edition. Okay, I'm caught up on Tumblr. Back to this. Let's see, what are we expecting
what's
today?
On Tumblr?
Scrolling. Exciting concepts from yeah, genres. You mean like a list or something? Come on. Alright, that list didn't help me. Let me try another site than PC Gamer. Media inquiries. I think it's a little late to submit a media inquiry, but 45 games, some tease announcements, debut of a new game from the Frostpunk developers. The Invincible, which is a sci-fi adventure game. Gameplay footage from the astounding mod campaign Half-Life Alyx Levitation, and Victoria 3. But 45 games total.
Hopefully they go through the games at like a good pace.
Haha.
Oh, why are you laughing like that?
Back to Yu-Gi-Oh! Here. Oops. No. Not again.
For the perfect
I hope that's the right one.
We train to hit 7 pressure points. 7 pressure points.
And then, in case things get boring,
Remember your training. Right here.
here's my Yu-Gi-Oh! Screen.
Oh, 7 pressure points, right?
Everyone's excited. Wendy's summer strawberry salad is back.
I certainly am.
Crispy
Covering up an
bacon,
obnoxious
grilled
amount of the
chicken,
screen.
Fresh strawberries. I'm aware.
It's always good to meet a super fan.
Wendy's summer strawberry chicken salad is back.
Yeah, hopefully we get a new system announcement.
I'm looking forward to PC2.
Been waiting all these years. No more cookie clicker, yeah.
Good things come to those who wait, and your patience has finally paid off. Get ready because the 2022 PC Gaming Show kicks off.
No
in
subtitles,
just
sorry
a few
guys.
Moments, exclusive interviews.
Despite the
which
button
means
being there.
There's only one thing left
The
to
button
do.
that's
It's
misplaced.
countdown time, and I'll see you in a sec.
Huh. Maybe it'll start later. I hope it skips 3. Lame.
Hey everyone, welcome to the PC Gaming Show 2022. I'm Day 9 still, one of your hosts, joined again by the
They've decided to do it from someone's garage this time.
While we may look like elaborate Unreal Engine renders, we are here in the flesh, as is the hardware, bringing you the best and brightest in the world of PC gaming.
Over the next 2 hours, we are going to showcase a metric ton of killer upcoming PC games through world premieres, exclusive interviews, and a few surprises along the way. And you, the folks at home, might even be able to win yourself a fancy computer if you play your cards right.
And now you may remember the last time you saw me on this show, things ended quite literally explosively.
Yeah.
There was a robot who tried to destroy the human race, electrocuted me. I think I died.
Definitely died.
Either way, I'm not really sure. It was standard robot apocalyptic stuff, just minus the overbearing anime dad existential crises.
Yeah, well, actually, what happened to DevBot anyway? Wasn't he supposed to come back for this show for
Yeah.
like Revenge of the DevBot?
Well, he's dead.
Oh.
We
Oh,
melted
cool.
him down to try to make our own graphics cards since they're still hard to find, and I would say he's in a better place. But I played Cyberpunk
Non-canon
2077,
episode. What do you
and he's
mean
not.
non-canon
That's
episode of the
pretty
PC
dark,
Gaming
that
Show
Or
2022?
Aw.
But none of that matters because the show actually took place in a parallel reality.
All right, so you're telling me
Oh
that
no, it is
According
non-canon.
to the writers who told me this 5 minutes before we went live, I am saying there's a multiverse.
It took 10
All
minutes,
We're now
and they've
currently on
already
Earth 3,
made
which
fun of
not to be
Cyberpunk.
confused with E3
Good job,
because
guys.
the show is still happening.
Oh, and we are so thrilled to be back as a part of this weekend full of celebrations of gaming by putting the spotlight on something near and dear to our hearts. PC gaming.
And so, without any further ado, it's time for my favorite part.
Rated M for mature.
I won't leave you. You're not a monster. In the beginning, the world was subjugated by chaos. Endless droves of horrors trespassed into the world. And so came the solstice of souls. Something's coming.
Between death and transcendence, a chimera chooses death.
Show us what you've got!
We have a whole new world to forge.
May the judge have mercy on your souls.
Sister,
You're here with me,
I always will be.
as long as we are together. We're not going down. They wanted yet another monster. They shall have one.
You must resist it!
Yeah, I want to play that.
That was pretty dope.
this year as well. Hell yeah. He's back just in time.
Whew.
Or
Thank God I was
almost in time.
at the Solstice trailer, so I could not have done that better. Was it 3:30 or was it 3?
3:30.
Okay.
We're 4 minutes in.
Oh, was that by Clay?
Yeah.
I haven't seen a game by them in a while.
Reach Wizards?
Oh, it's... Yeah. I forgot this was a game.
Oh, bye.
Don't you just hate it when you're chilling at home and then a wizard with a gun breaks in?
When you're chilling at home in your full riot gear. What's that guy inside ready for?
Damn, this game just spoiled World War IV.
Yeah, the orcs one.
Fuck.
Wizards.cool.
You just saw Tactical Breach Wizards, a turn-based game of sorcery and SWAT team strategy from the makers of Gunpoint and Heat Signature.
Okay.
My strategy, personally, is very simple. Breach,
What the hell
bang,
kind of PCs
clear,
are you
magic
building
missile,
back there?
Dramatic flourish, abra, cadaver.
You know,
Get
unicorn.
it? Cadaver, dead body. Next, we have a solution to the age-old problem of not having time to read and play video games. Just do both at the same time, obviously. Star Wars Industries
show the
has
people
Not a new
a
problem.
Trailer
sci-fi
again?
thriller inspired by Stanislaw Lem's novel, The Invincible. So here's your first look at the first ever gameplay footage.
You. What have you done?
I didn't do anything, I just got here.
Where are you taking
Where's my
You
reading?
came here yourself. So what are you expecting, huh?
You've set
Yeah,
up a
what the
field
hell?
camp down there. Yes. So I didn't expect you to have a second one here.
Sit here and don't you dare move. What are you doing here?
You're not gonna like this part.
Based on a book? That looks like a book font. Or book title font.
I feel like there was mention earlier it was. I don't remember.
The HUD is making me feel very
The
claustrophobic.
radiation level is growing rapidly. It's starting to get interesting.
I'll pretend I didn't hear that, Doctor.
Scribble, 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 scribble.
Also, why does the helmet bounce but not the microphone?
The head's bouncing.
Okay, now it's moving a little bit.
I located the mobile antimatter cannon.
Another one? How many of those did they... Is it active?
Dead.
I admire your composure.
Wait, someone's here.
I love judgment.
I love making judgments.
Astrogator, they're dead.
So you found someone. Unfortunately, such unpleasant discoveries are
That's not an astrogator at all.
I didn't let that thought get to me. I was counting on this meeting very much. At worst, it could have been another abandoned place, but not this.
But what exactly?
That's a good question. I'm getting into the recorder.
Maybe they compared it to reading because it's really boring.
What do we have here?
Oof.
Uh-huh. They're made
I'm
their
reading
way through
pictures.
with a beam
Oh,
of
wait.
antimatter.
Wait a second, she got Spectrobes cards.
Did you locate
You gotta put it on the bottom screen of your DS and then click on the dots.
I'm looking at it now. They pierced a hole several meters
That's
in
crazy.
diameter
Spectrobe
and several dozen
speedrunners
meters
can
long.
probably, like, do those cards without putting the card on it. They just know exactly what pixels to click on. Or to tap on.
Yasna, do you hear me?
Yes. My head feels like it's bursting from pressure.
Can you continue?
Yes. I'm better now. Actually, there's nothing here that I haven't seen before. There are a lot of metal bushes that were near our camp. The lower parts of the bushes are, how to put it, fruitless.
So they came to pick the fruits.
This robot looks like it has started its task and got stuck.
What task?
This is one of the robots carrying containers with research material. It took the container, but never left that place.
Why do you think it's stuck?
Well, it goes in circles using the same path. The robot's gone.
You must have broken his
Found a new
loop.
path to
But
go.
I didn't.
No, he must have done something. Never mind. Follow it.
Fuck! It's getting up!
What, a robot?
No! Antimat!
Come on, Yasna. Run. Hide. Yasna, are you alive?
Rest in peace.
Yes, it's fucked up the robot.
What's it doing now?
It's cutting to the end of the trailer. Look out.
Fuck off.
Sorry, I read the book. And scene. Thank you everybody for coming to that trailer.
Dungeon
No!
To prove that chivalry isn't dead. And if you think I emphasize those words weirdly, you're right. And it'll all make sense momentarily when you see these next 4 games, especially when you hear from our friends at Tripwire Interactive. Roll that beautiful footage.
Oh.
You?
Nah.
Did the Sega sound happen like really early?
You'll be back here.
They do that. They do that now.
Because the dungeon will
They just
turn
do
you
it to
into
nothing.
lunch meat, unless you're way tougher than you look. We got the guns, the turrets, the upgrades. But what you really need
I won't say what I'm thinking.
is guts and skills. Grab your posse and say your prayers. Be the first
I might check out Endless Dungeon sometime.
to die.
Oh, that's gonna be me.
To give your feedback. Do you have what it takes?
Evans.
Oh, speaking of.
It's just management.
Welcome to F1 Manager
Chris, cut it out.
2022,
God damn it.
the ultimate F1 simulation, putting you in the position of team principal at one of the 10 current F1 teams, battling it out for a chance to be the next world champion.
No, I want to make my
Choose
own
your
F1
and
team.
drive every decision that leads to you making your mark on the grid, and hopefully the podium.
Like, I want to do the
Winning
livery on all the
championships
cars.
depends on your
and-
ability to make the right calls on and off the track.
Not this
During
one.
races, your mastermind strategy.
Not for you.
Sorry, guys, the G2B F1 League will have to wait.
Issue driver callouts, such as instructing them to attack or defend, manage their tyre wear and battery usage, or even to avoid battling a teammate.
Managing
all while
their drive
reacting to
gauge.
dynamic events like race incidents and fluctuating weather and track conditions. Between race weekends, you'll control every detail of your team from your state-of-the-art headquarters. Hire best-in-class staff to work across your aerodynamics and engineering teams and put them to the task to develop your car and prepare new parts for upcoming races. Optimize your finances to keep the board happy, improve and maintain your facilities,
I get,
and
like,
scout
anxious
talent
looking
from F2
at
and
this.
F3 to try and ensure
This is
future
this is a
success.
few too many numbers.
They say knowledge is power, and keeping a close eye on a plethora of realistic data will help give you the edge. From the finer details of how car parts affect overall performance,
Fire Emblem
to
3
a track's
cars.
expected grip level, to the condition of your wind tunnel, how you analyze the data and choose to spend your resources will make or break your progress. You'll find depth and detail in abundance, even down to real-world team radio messages between drivers and engineers, and race commentary from David Croft and Karun Chandok. While broadcast-style presentation showcases 2022's striking new car design with real trackside
Can't
and
believe they just stole
onboard
live
camera
commentary from Street Fighter 6.
Sleek management menus and intuitive controls will drive the immersive F1 fantasy home as you plan and execute the perfect strategy in F1 Manager 2022.
Nope, just stay dead on the
Pre-order
road.
digital version now for early
They
access.
get you
from
after
August
the
25th.
race.
Hey everyone, after 1 year of Chivalry 2, we've more than doubled the size of the game. And
That
now
game's
we're
been out
excited
for
to
a
bring even
year?
more nights onto the battlefield.
You bet.
Because today, right now, Chivalry 2 is out on Steam with crossplay between all platforms. This is our biggest update to the game yet, and it brings players to an all-new desert theater of war, and best of all, brings us horses into Chivalry 2 in mounted combat. We want to thank
Horses.
our community for making the game the success that it's been so far, and if you haven't played it yet, now is the best time to check out Chivalry 2. Take a look at our new trailer that shows off the new update and its Nosian invasion.
This rebellion is at an end. The Agathians flee to their stronghold in the north.
Oh, bye.
This land is mine. Now Denosia rises from the south. Kill them all! Throw the dogs back into
Rave
the
Raptor
desert.
core.
Their forces will crash and break against the bulwark. If the wall falls, we must retaliate. Ready the ships! Long has Senosia remained safe from my fury. No more. They dared to strike out at us.
The horse can attack too.
Will fall. Their people will bleed. Their knowledge will burn. My reign will never end.
Hi everyone, I'm Phil from Sweet Bandits, live from Quebec City. Really glad to be here today for the PC Gaming Show. We'll be showing the first trailer for our game, Deceive Inc. It's a multiplayer competitive spy game where you get to use social stealth, high-tech gadgets, and powerful spy abilities to try and get the upper hand. We've had the chance of working with Tripwire Presents on the project, so this is only the beginning. Please follow us on social media at Play Deceiving to learn more. We'll be releasing the game in early 2023.
I like using
on
spy
PC,
equipment like
Xbox Series
gun
S,
and
X,
2
PS5.
guns.
Thank you so much, and
Very sneaky, stealthy 2 guns.
Good afternoon, agents. Your mission is simple: infiltrate the frozen coral.
This is a market waiting to be tapped into properly.
Weapon. As you know, Deceive Inc.'s company policy is to deploy.
I just want to play the ship.
The mission's success. But only one will get the paycheck. Do whatever it takes, agent, and be careful out there.
Try your best. Let's see if it's enough. Booyah! Ka-ching! Oh, come on. They can't be this fast.
And they thought it was secure. In the end, I am victorious.
They're really not gonna make it easy for me. Gotcha.
Is that it?
Right on target. Outskilled and outgunned.
Yeah, I'm 100% down for this.
Target acquired. Moving to rendezvous point. All done. Really? Mission complete.
This game's winner is Falco.
Yeah.
Let me ask you something. Do you ever have a reoccurring dream that you really wish would come true? I mean, mine personally involves a flight of unicorns and a Valkyrie army on Pegasuses.
Please just show the trailer, I'm begging you.
You know, somehow I doubt it. This year, we've partnered with
I'll subscribe to your magazine.
by Power to bring a very different dream to life. My dream PC room. Unfortunately, there's bad news for me. I don't get to keep it. But very good news for one of you. We're going to be giving the entire contents of this room away to a lucky winner watching the show. So let's dive in and see what's up for grabs. The beating heart of any PC gaming dream room is, of course, the rig, so let's start there. As you can see, the mad geniuses at iBuyPower have built an absolute doozy. The first thing you'll notice is that height Y60 case with its wraparound tempered glass panels. This thing is built from the ground up to display the sickest PC tech you can squeeze into a desktop machine. And let's face it, if you've managed to bag a serious graphics card in these dry times, you owe it to the silicon gods to show it off properly. Okay, the case and lighting looks dope, but for this to be a true dream PC, we need more than just state-of-the-art drip. Luckily, the substance matches the style. So let's check out the guts of our dream PC, and trust me, there's plenty of power crammed in. The big question, though, is what pixel pusher iBuyPower has used, and you won't be disappointed with an overclocked RTX 3090 from Gigabyte, right? This 24GB monster of a GPU packs the cooling to stay chill.
They're
and the
announcing
power to
this
smash
very
any
specific
game you throw at
computer.
it. The graphics card is the
PC2.
rig's MVP, but any superstar needs some dope backup. And
Where
the
do you
fastest gaming
even
CPU
find your
around,
Epic
the Intel
Games
5.5
Store
gigahertz
profile
Core
link?
i9 12900KS
Yeah,
with
that's a
32
very good
gigabytes
question
of
that no one
DDR5
has an
RAM
answer
and
to.
2 terabytes of seriously
Including
fast
the
SSD
developers of
storage,
the
both from
browser,
AData,
the launcher.
makes up the perfect support team.
Oh, I found it.
Whew, that is a whole lot of PC. But Mika, you may greatly
Yeah, can I
wonder,
play
what
Mario
about
64?
the peripherals? Well, animal lovers, we got you covered. Because the Height Eclipse wireless headset comes in plush vegan leather trim with a 30-hour battery life and competition-grade 2.4 gigahertz connection. And you noisy typers are going to love the clicky-clacky mechanical keyboard that comes with it. Oh, I'm sorry, what was that? RGB? Well, of course. The keyboard and mouse.
I didn't say anything. I'm sorry.
You can turn it off, so you can actually get.
I prefer no RGB.
You can find out more
actually.
about this gear feature today over at iBuyPower.com. But I know what you really want to know. The info on
I want to know when the trailers are going to start playing
here
again.
Are the details.
Thanks, Mika. Yes, folks, it couldn't be easier to enter our Dream PC giveaway. For your chance, just head over to pcgamer.com/dreampc and follow the simple instructions. There, you'll find a complete breakdown of the prize, which, don't worry, also comes with some very swish monitors as well as the eligibility rules. Good luck, gamers.
It also comes with the Blue Yeti.
Head over to pcgamer.com/dreampc for your chance to win. But for now, let's get back to the games. From Kepler Interactive and A44 Games comes Flintlock: The Siege of Dawn, an action RPG from the team behind Ashen,
this was the
where
game we saw
gods
at
and guns
Xbox.
collide.
Okay, I'm back.
When the gods first emerged from the great below,
They're just showing the trailer that we saw at Xbox.
Great.
Instead, they unleashed a pestilence on our world. No one yet knows
Well, if you want a reaction, you know where to go. And until then,
for one, intend to
Go to
find
bed.
out.
This is a long one too.
Yeah, it was. Austin can beat his opponent in Yu-Gi-Oh! By the time the trailer's done.
maybe.
Conversely, maybe the trailer will end before the first turn does. Crimson would like to know what deck you're playing.
Invoked Wind Witch and Magician Girls are in there too.
Yeah, Dark Magician.
No, leave that character from Godfall alone.
Will she pet it this time?
No.
Damn, cliffhanger.
Hey, PC Gaming Show. I'm Derek Bradley, the CEO of A44 Games and creative director of Flintlock: The Siege of Dawn. Flintlock is set in a world ruled by old gods, and so as humanity, you now have the power of black powder and bombs and flintlock rifles to finally overthrow the gods and take the world back. You'll play as Nor, a Blackstream sapper, one of the elite explosives experts of the Coalition.
Is it magic gunpowder?
Nor herself has a personal vendetta against the gods and will stop at nothing to get her.
It's my God-given
But you
right
won't be
to
going
bear
alone.
arms,
You
though.
know this firepower.
How could they have been so
And your Enki brings
short-sighted?
magic to the battlefield. You will have to master a combination of axe combat and gunplay, while your companion Enki uses his magical powers to disrupt enemies.
Max
We can't
got it.
wait
The
to show
trailer
you
was
more
over
Flintlock
before the
before it's
first turn.
released next year. Head over to our socials for more info, and don't forget to wishlist now on Steam and Epic Game Store. Have a great show.
Coming up next, a mysterious new sci-fi game from 11-Bit Studios, the creators of This War of Mine. Hear all about it in our exclusive interview.
That game, I'm sure,
We'll
is going
also
to be
show
a
you
happy
what's
romp.
next for Outriders from Square Enix and People Can Fly. Plus, if you look back on high school and think, you know, those 4 years would have been better if I was fighting literal demons, you're definitely going to want to study up
They
on our
already
next
showed the
World exclusive
Persona
independent
trailer.
game,
Oh my
Cyber
god,
Persona
this is just a
series.
complete
Check your
retread.
health potions now because there is
Now
so
it'll
much
say
more
Steam.
PC gaming show coming your way.
That
Before
did
we
look
go,
cool,
the
though,
folks
whatever
at
that
Compass
was.
Data Centers have a little quiz for you. How much higher is 5G's data capacity compared to current 4G networks? Scan this QR code and answer the question for a
1G.
chance to win
Oh, that's a
$500
gift card.
worth of stuff
I
from
didn't read everything else. I was like, is this a Razer credit card?
Okay, now back to the PC gaming show.
I'm getting that mana debit card. I'm doing it.
Why?
Yeah, we know.
Ready to game the system?
Why not?
I
I
want
want
you
to be a
to-
gamer.
You slay.
It's a debit card. Who
This is,
cares?
now it's an
ad! Debit card too. It's not credit, that's why I'm doing it.
You tricked us into an ad spot.
Mana is the best gaming rewards debit card.
I'm sorry,
where you can
I
earn
jinxed
perks and
it.
points
But no,
by
if it was
playing
credit,
and
I would not do
playing
it.
and get
It's
rewarded
debit
with
though.
the things
So.
Why
you
would you do it at
actually
all?
want.
Don't you have a
Like that
debit
skin
card?
you can't wait to
Yeah,
show
why not
off.
just have
Or your next gear
a
upgrade.
gamer debit card?
So why
though?
pay any other way? Pay with mana. Pay with power. Mana.
You need
Game
someone to manage your finances.
So I know what you're thinking, and the
What do you
answer is
mean?
yes. It's
It's
time
just
to
gonna
talk
hold
about
money.
The Alters, the brand new game.
Yeah, but it's
from
gonna hold
11
money
bit
like a
studios.
gamer.
The Warsaw-based studios try in this war
Sorry.
of mine, make difficult choices in the face of
Gonna
climate
invest in
apocalypse,
loot boxes.
in Frostpunk, and battle encroaching corruption and children of Morta.
Invest in this
The Alters
sniper
sends
skin
us
for
to the
CS:GO.
deepest,
We're gonna make
darkest reaches of
big
space,
big
in a survival
returns.
story that is guaranteed to give you an existential crisis in a good way. This is a really big moment for this year's show. I can't wait. Let's take a look.
Oh my god, a world premiere?
World premiere.
Well, let's find out more about this happy space time of mine.
First person with aliens, first person with aliens, first person with aliens.
He has just a mustache, so I'm sure something really terrible happened to his family.
Man, this hospital sure is empty now.
If I traveled all the way to space and I saw a single light start to flicker, I'd ask them to take me back to Earth. It's gonna be him. Oh my god.
How do you do that?
Film school. Oh!
Oh no, it's him with the...
Oh no, him with a man bun.
I hate when that happens.
I hate when I look at me.
Oh.
Deep.
What? What do you mean?
I really thought the Frostpunk devs were gonna do a different genre. But no, it is Frostpunk in space.
It's a scary game that takes place in a big round area.
Yep, just
You know
like
what?
Frostpunk.
You know what? That was just weird enough.
Joining us now to talk about what we just saw all the way from Poland is Tomasz Kasilewicz of 11-Bit Studios. Welcome to the PC Gaming Show, and thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you so much. Hello.
Okay, there is a lot to unpack there. We got
And the
clones,
Steam
we
page
got
shows
this huge
just
wheel.
screenshots
Tell
from
us,
that trailer,
what did
so
we
that doesn't
just
help.
see?
Well, first of all, these guys were not exactly the clones. We saw Jan, our main character, who's traveling with a group of the Alters, who are the alternative versions of the same person. And they are going through this distant alien planet
just Moon.
In their mobile base, which was the wheel you saw at the
It's
end.
Frostpunk
So
in
what's
space.
the player's goal as they're progressing through the story?
So you are a space builder
Frostpunk
stranded on
in
this
space?
distant
Can I
planet, and your
make
goal is
children do
to
slave work again?
survive and find a
Probably.
way back home. But the thing is, in order to do so, you need to create those alters, as each one of them have different set of skills and character traits. So these are things necessary for your survival and finding a way back home.
So from the trailer, tonally this could be a horror, a thriller, a mystery. What should players expect?
Actually, there are bits of everything you mentioned. Like, there is this mystery as we're looking deep into the soul of the character, but what you find there can also be pretty scary. So there are those beats of psychological horror and drama, but then on top of it we have this quite thick layer of surreality. I mean, how surreal would it be to one day, wake up next to
I don't like
a little
hungry
different
guy.
alternative version of your very self?
Now, there's a quote that you shared with me earlier, that man cannot remake himself without suffering, for he is both the marble and the sculptor. How does this quote relate to the story?
So this quote, it relates directly to the main
remakes
theme
himself.
of our game. We as people, we are shaping ourselves every single day with every single decision that we are making. This process, the whole process of becoming who we are, it can be quite painful at times. But in our game, Jan, the main character, he has this unique possibility of not only shaping himself, but also reshaping himself and numerous times with every single altar that he is creating.
Do you see this as more of a classic sci-fi story, something like a Ray Bradbury work, or is it something more contemporary?
Well, it is very classic sci-fi in a way that we are taking a relatable topic and we are using the sci-fi theme, we are using the sci-fi setting to look at it through the magnifying lenses. But then when we're choosing the tools, this is a very contemporary game and we're taking advantage of what video games are as a medium. So we're using tools like systematic design and non-linearity in order to put the players in the middle of the experience and in the end allow them
That's
to
a lot of
create
white guy.
their own stories inside the game.
I wanted to ask a little bit about the relationship of your previous titles to the altars, whether there's any narrative or themes or even just influence that those games had on this one.
Well, The Altars is purely 100% our game, 11-bit Studios game, and it's created in line with our meaningful entertainment philosophy. So it's a game we hope that it will make you think even after you stop playing it. This War of Mine was this first huge milestone. It paved the way for all the future titles. And with Frostpunk, it was taken to another level with the strong focus on the emergent narrative. And now with the Altars, we want to follow that path, but we also really want to push the boundaries even further and expand on how we approach meaningful topics inside the design of our games.
Thanks so much again to Tomasz and the whole team at 11-Bit Studios for joining us this year. And while I try to find enough Rapidium to make it through day 1 to 8, let's head on over to Mika Burton and keep things rolling like a massive space station.
Thanks, Day9.
That would be terrifying if that thing like fell and started rolling.
All of these awesome games we've seen.
Isn't that what happened in Alien
But I'm
Covenant?
also legitimately worried about having to eventually fight
Maybe this
my
was a bad
people
idea.
hand-to-hand combat when they steal my life, making me wonder if I was.
I just opened up last night about my fear of the Epcot ball falling off of its support structures and rolling through town like a Katamari.
Present Mika
So
is much
now-
more interested in what you all have been
Now
saying
that
about
game
the
has a
show
new
so
level
far.
of horror
So keep
for me
letting us know your
personally.
thoughts by using hashtag PC Gaming Show on all platforms. Now let's get back to the real reason all here: cloning. I mean video games. Video games.
I'm not seeing much of a difference. Speaking of clones, let's watch this trailer again.
Ugh.
I wanted to play this.
Oh, it's Potioncraft. Oh, I messed up. It wasn't Alien Covenant, it was Prometheus. They're running away from the big circular ship.
Circular piece of the ship. Yeah.
Yeah.
How long is this again? That's a good one.
Fall 2020.
Sure. When Tiny Build lets you open your own
Okay,
medieval
PC
potion
Gaming
shop,
Show
you get hailed as
2022.
a
The suggested
master
results are
alchemist. But when I do
PC
it,
Gaming
I get a
Show
sternly worded
2022
letter from my
time,
landlord about how my car
length,
violates our lease agreement.
and we'll stop there. But those are the first two
But more
suggested
importantly,
results.
folks, we promise
2
you the
hours.
maximum amount of games humanly possible, and we aim to deliver quite literally.
Probably cut an hour off if you took out all the.
Dogs.
It's not a. It's a bowl.
Super Animal Royale. Super Animal Royale is pretty fun.
Oh, just kidding. There's already 4 seasons of it.
What the fuck?
Yeah, it's been out for quite a while now. What the f...
Oh, I like that better.
It's like it clearly seems like they're the cards.
Steven, I found a new game.
Why is it always cards?
Yep. I'll probably try it.
Man, I really need to get Sifu still.
Oh, sweet. Free demo.
Ooh, hexagons.
Civilization.
Before your
Oh,
ice
no.
slays the Celestial Islands.
Oh, Nature Kids being built or made by or published by Tiny Build. Your 4 houses. Our metal looks different.
That's what it's called. I'm like, what is the animal hexagon game called?
Who cares about cards?
Planet Earth, our beautiful home. To protect it, we must reach out to explore the unknown. Our team of experts is presently probing the deep sea in a struggle against the yoke of overregulation. These security and defense innovations allow you to shrink any problem down to size. We surge forward, obliterating the enemies of progress, but we refuse to let these victories go to our heads. We are the future. We are Ozine.
And now it's time to give you an exclusive briefing on what's next for one of
That
PC
cut off
Gaming's
so
titans
suddenly.
of modding, simulation, and scale. Arma 4. Last month, developer Bohemia Interactive kicked things off by releasing Arma Reforger on
Today,
Steam in
we're
early
here
access.
to announce
This playable prototype
brand
will be
new
the
Kraken
foundation
videos.
for Arma 4. With it playable on Steam now, we have a ton of questions about the future of Arma. I mean, after all, this is the series that helped birth the survival genre through DayZ. Oh, and also this other little niche genre you may have heard of called Battle Royale. To help us peer into the future for this project, we've got none other than Bohemia Interactive. Thank you so much for joining us. So as of right now, Arma Reforger has
Damn,
been
it's
out
3
for
people.
about a month. What is it that you've been learning or seeing from players?
At first, we've learned that players like Reforger a lot and they appreciate the work we've put into it. We also realized they like modding a lot and they review this as a key quality of our games. And we were very pleased by the reactions of both our community and the new players who immediately started flooding internet with videos, playthroughs, and praise of our new technology. So we are very glad that the reception was so good.
So there's no doubt players who have been longtime fans of the franchise stepping into Arma Reforger, and I'm curious, what were some of the big challenges of rebuilding that specific Arma feel from the ground up in this brand new engine?
Well, it's a very tricky subject because even internally it's an ongoing kind of fight. So I'm myself very much on the very purist side of things. So no HUD, no save games, no superficial helpers, and this fight can get very intense even in-house. So I'm the real Arma purist, and I'm on this for 25 years now, so I will keep fighting, but obviously this is part of the fun. So there's always never-ending battle. I think 2 years ago we really struggled to keep it Arma and even internally preserve our own standards. So do it our own way rather than replicating what's maybe normal in other games, because our goal is not to make the same game as all other games. So our goal is to remain unique.
I'm curious if you can speak to what the main goals of Reforger is, because it's a little unusual compared to other releases. I mean, for instance, how much content should a player expect if, say, they've been playing Arma 3 for years?
Our goals were, of course, to restart the series from a technological standpoint, really make room for some new achievements.
So no content. They should expect no content. They should expect to download mods.
How it looks like, how it's controlled, how it can be modded.
It's important to understand it may look as a kind of normal game on the surface, but there is a big system behind it. So just the tool suite is a massive tool suite.
I agree, Nick.
Never
They should
tested
add
by
cards.
a large public, so it's a premiere of a tool suite. These tools are being built for nearly 5 years now, so we really need users to start using them to keep improving and continue building it.
Sorry to interrupt, but we have one
You
quick
need
question
the
from the Arma
users
fans.
to
Has
keep
Russia's
building and
invasion of
improving the
Ukraine
game?
impacted your approach to Arma 4 and Arma Reforger, a game that depicts the Cold War?
Yeah.
Well, yes, because it's extremely close to us. We even live in a way very nearby, so definitely. On the other hand, we started work on this many years ago, so the direction was set before. But we always approach conflicts and armed conflicts with a great level of respect. We're still at the beginning, but we definitely would like to continue in our exploring this serious theme.
Arma, as I see it, has always been a bit more of a anti-war game. It's an entertainment product. That's fair thing to admit. On the other hand, given the topic, given our, let's say,
have you ever watched a Soviet Wombat video?
And our ambition to portray it as a whole very complex and gritty thing, I would like us to contribute by not just entertaining people, but also educating them on the subject. This was the whole point of starting the cooperation with the International Committee of the Red Cross, and I believe we have great potential, big responsibility in this era, and a very important chance to contribute at least a little bit to the good side of things.
This would not be an interview about Arma unless we were asking about modding. I mean, so many amazing games and genres came from Arma mods, so I gotta know what's possible in Reforger that wasn't possible in the past.
Now with this technology, it's possible to create entirely different things, like entirely different games. It has so many variables, but the beauty now is that much more of it is user accessible, unlike the previous games. So people can easily digest how this is constructed.
I can't wait for Forza
our
Arma
workbench
4.
tools. So unlike previously where it was more hard-coded in the C++ engine, so now they can check the data of every single element of the game and go much, much deeper than in previous games. So this will be super exciting.
Now, I wanted to ask a little bit about performance, because anyone who's played Arma knows that it can get really challenging to get a good frame rate in those massive multiplayer matches. So I'm curious, what expectations should players have about performance leading into Arma 4?
Arma 3 was built on foundations laid down in times of single core and no GPUs basically, so this time much more computations and intensive rendering things can be done directly on GPU, but it required completely a new approach.
Again, we are in the beginning and we know that there are problems, there are difficulties, but we are solving them one by one. We are really gathering community feedback and even our own definitely feedback. So we are moving things forward, and yeah, it's about optimization. It's not that much about FPS, but also for like network traffic, for instance. When you have this massive multiplayer game, it's a huge challenge. Server performance, of course, and all the technical things. So we are moving forward.
Thank you so much again, Bohemia Interactive, for giving us the inside scoop on both Arma Reforger and Arma 4. Now, you don't go anywhere, because here is what's around the corner.
I'll go wherever I
Just
want to
around the
go.
corner in the PC gaming show, prepare to experience terror ranging from the subaqueous to the subconscious with the latest from Shiro Games. Hold on to your butts because Frontier Development spared no expense on the new Jurassic World Evolution 2 expansion, and get your crowbars ready for Half-Life Alyx Levitation.
It was too much freedom, I didn't know where to go.
Some very talented modders. Oh modders, what would PC gaming be without you? While we're here, quick geography question. Which parts of the world use the most bandwidth for gaming? Answer this question for the folks at Compass Data Centers, and it could win you a $500 Razer gift card.
Will they tell us the answer later?
Scan the QR code on the screen to enter.
What happened to that Demon School game?
Last year, Shiro Games debuted
Wouldn't
War
it be
Tales
Austin,
at the PC Gaming
Texas?
Show, but the publisher has
I don't
a
think
lot
they said
more
city.
than its medieval sandbox RPG on the way.
Did they say city?
Up next, we'll hear what's up with Shiro's slate of projects,
Was it
and
state or city?
stick around for the debut of
I thought it
two
said country.
completely new games, Decarnation and Abyssals.
Maybe it did.
Hey everyone, thank you very much for the invitation, Mika. I'm James, and I
it's
can't wait to show
country,
you
I'm gonna
everything we've
guess
got
South
prepared for you
Korea.
today. So it's been a crazy couple of months for everyone here at Shiro Games, with Dune Spice Wars marking the most successful release in the history of the company, and it's entirely thanks to all of you. But today, let's look at
You're
Dune
welcome.
Spice Wars multiplayer mode. Up to 4 players can go head-to-head and free-for-all.
Oh, I
2v2,
definitely didn't help with that.
all
Never
work
mind,
together
sorry.
in co-op against AI opponents.
That was
We're
definitely
introducing
not me.
new synergy systems between factions that will open a vast number of
In
strategies
fact, I was rooting against. I wish you didn't
will be
do
available
this.
in Dune Spice Wars very soon. After 5 years and nearly 3 million units sold, Northgard's story finally continues. In a new chapter set shortly after the events of the first campaign, Ragnarok has decimated the lands of Northgard. Long-standing alliances have been broken. Violence and betrayal now plague the continent. Forced to depart what they once called home, our heroes arrive on unknown shores and find themselves confronted by unfamiliar faces in a dangerous new realm. This Northgard expansion arrives this winter. And for all of our War Tales players out there, Cooperative is finally coming to our open world tactical RPG. You share food, gold, and camp with your friends. But you can split up to cover more grounds. Before every fight, devise the perfect strategy to overcome any threats that may stand in your way. But be careful in your approach, as one wrong move may lead to your group's demise. The co-op update will allow you to play between 2 to 4 players, and it will be available this summer. So a few months ago we announced Shiro Unlimited, a new publishing label created by indies for indies, and we are very proud to announce 2 new titles coming from the Shiro Unlimited family.
It seemed like our last chance to start again, to escape Earth's devastation.
We used our limited resources to lay the foundations of a new life deep below the waves of this strange new planet.
But soon, we realized it was not the dream world we had hoped for.
When faced against the darkness of the abyss, we found ourselves helpless.
Lost.
Isolated.
Well, that's terrifying.
Dude, this Habbo Hotel update is crazy. Oh no.
Thank you very much for sticking
That
with
was
us.
out of left
everyone.
field.
Hope you enjoy the rest
You
of
know,
the
make
show.
a different game. No. Very much no.
You just saw why you were exactly right to be afraid of the ocean in Abyssals, and you confronted your inner demons in the retro dream horror of decarnation. Next up, how do you rebuild a city in a world set after the collapse of civilization? Let's find out how by taking a look at I Am Future from Tiny Build.
Ah, bird. It
that's
always
how you
goes
do
back to bird. Reject humanity, embrace bird.
Bird.
Embrace worm.
Eat worm.
Acquire money.
Hibernation aborted. Your total hibernation time was 6 years, 6 months, 5 days. Welcome to Eden, your new home.
I have no idea where the hell I am. But damn, this place is gorgeous.
Does this mean we'll never have to see the neighbor game again?
Dude, there's no... What do you mean it's gorgeous? There's no infrastructure. There's nothing.
I also
Potential.
hope we do not need to see the neighbor game again.
Yeah, if we never see the neighbor dad again. Hopefully, society is recovered.
That's a great timeline to be in, honestly.
It's gonna pull back from this trailer, and the neighbor dad's gonna be watching it on the TV.
Please don't hurt me like this.
What?
Huh?
And then the kids are gonna
What?
sneak in again.
I am your neighbor. Oh!
This is like
Every
some
time.
type of mobile ad.
Forefathers conquered Calcaria
Yes.
and bestowed it upon us.
That's kind of. It feels like their specialty,
To share or spar over.
despite it not being mobile.
Our great houses seek to obtain the Emperor's favor, cultivating our lands and subjects to improve and enrich the realm. Beginning with ourselves, of course.
Dominance can be secured through strength as well as delicacy.
Nah, tired of war.
Will you be able to build your legacy of power?
That looks like a 4X game.
Tune in next week for the G2B playthrough of Neopets: The Darkest Fairy.
Hell yeah.
And now, for these next trailers, it's true. They do move in herds. That was so much. The thought process is simple. God creates dinosaurs, God
I
destroys
hate
dinosaurs,
gamers
man
and their
destroys
stupid
God.
debit cards.
Man creates video games to play with dinosaurs. But just be warned that one of these trailers might come as a bit of a shock to the system.
Oh
Well,
my
I guess
god.
that- is that
Bioshock
system
Infinite's getting a port?
God damn.
Did one of you move in your chair right before?
No.
That's the
No,
sound.
I moved my mic stand.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Like, it made
That
like a
would've been
chair
funny.
sound.
That would have been fucking funny.
PC gamer. Humans
Oh, it's Shodan.
interfacing with computers.
Now it's shock time.
It's Roseanne. Have you seen this show?
Entertainment. The very notion disgusts me.
Look upon my works, foul
Is this
creatures.
3 or the remake?
And weep at its magnificence. It is a beautiful day on Citadel Station.
Remake.
Humanity is on the verge of a new
I only play
era.
2. I can't tell if it's 1.
I, Shodan, and its new
God.
I've seen some
Look
gameplay
at you,
from
hacker.
like old demos of the remake, and that's what the
Of meat and bone.
that's what the lighting looks like. And
How
yep,
can
that's
you
the first
challenge
cutscene in the
a
game.
perfect, immortal machine. You are an
What?
insect.
Yo, lightsaber.
You are nothing. I create. I iterate. I fuse flesh and steel into perfection.
Yeah, turn that motion blur off, and I think we got something here.
Their blood is on your hands.
You will suffer for your transgressions.
These are
Part of me
my
wonders if there's anyone out there in the world actually likes motion blur.
and they will have retribution.
Yeah, guys. And not to this degree.
I like a tiny bit.
I don't know how you guys play Strive with it on.
Play Strive with what on?
Motion blur.
What an incredible
Oh,
and
God,
frankly horrifying trailer.
I don't play
Developed by Night
any
Dive
game
Studio,
I can't play
System
motion
Shock
blur
is the
with.
return of a beloved, acclaimed sci-fi saga.
I like a little
Today,
bit.
to take us even further
I
inside the
can't.
world of System Shock, I am thrilled to welcome the
looks
one and only
too,
Warren Spector. Thanks so much for
depends.
joining us, Warren.
Hey, thanks for having me. This is
I don't even know how to
gonna be,
explain
fun.
it. I don't want to say
In terms of trying to
fake. It
translate
looks,
the experience of a game from 1994, 3 decades later to now, what doesn't carry over well?
The first thing is the graphics, obviously.
Well, it's a replication
we did
of
the
a
best we
camera
could,
effect, not an eye effect.
But it was
Yeah.
pretty primitive back then.
Yeah,
And
true.
the other one is
Like
the,
chromatic
user
aberration.
interface. If you look at when the game
They're
opened,
recreating things
the
that a
original,
camera does that the human
help
eye does not.
screen that came up, and it filled the entire screen with text. It's just insane.
What? What's
I
the
don't know
problem?
how
It's
the
text.
guy
You
that
read
did
it.
It's
a real
amazing.
boomer game.
But frankly, as I think back on it, the game actually holds up pretty well. I'm excited to see.
I would
it
hope
come
you would
back.
say that.
Just wondering if you think many modern gamers are aware of the impact that System Shock has had in terms of gameplay systems, in terms of narrative structure, on so many games that came after it.
I'm not sure people see the influence, which is a little unfortunate. But I think
What
the rest
fucked
of the
up
world
thing does he
is
have on
going
his
to get a
nameplate
chance
on the
now
door?
to experience it, and I think they'll see not just that they're having fun playing this game, but also see that other games followed in its footsteps.
Nowadays, we walk around with computers in our pockets. We're worried about the evil of algorithms. How do you think about a character like Shodan in 2022?
Yeah, where's the Shodan app?
Seems, far too close to reality to me right now, and let's just hope that she doesn't show up as nasty a form as she did back in
Shodan as
1994.
Mark Zuckerberg.
Warren, I wanted to thank you so much for joining us, and I want to let you know I cannot wait to return back to that world I played and enjoyed so much as a kid. Cheers.
Yeah, I can't wait to return to that world. I forgot
Right?
that basically the
Right?
fans know way more about the game than I do now, so it'll be a new experience for me too.
Thank you so much again, Warren Spector, for joining us to talk all things System Shock. I personally can't wait for the game to come out, though. It might completely ruin my sleep schedule, but before
How does
I
Warren
spiral
Spector,
further,
like, do
here are
that?
some more games to cram into your eyeballs.
It's like everywhere.
Pioneers changed the heart
In every
and
medium.
of our world. Every generation has upheld the solemn promise of our forefathers that the rise of Titan would forever be without misery or bloodshed.
If you told me this was the Frostpunk game, I would have believed you.
But a lasting amity of reason and
Oh, it's
gratitude.
frame rate. Oh.
To see a war under any pretext
Hope that's the stream.
bring ruin to the
Nope.
great works of mankind. Any victory achieved through that deepest expression of human unreason would be as devastating as defeat.
That's a lot of
We have
explosions.
but a singular purpose: to establish peace and security for all mankind.
I think it's gonna look like Eve.
War between Mars and Titan devastated our solar system.
It is the
Leave survivors to
System
Demerara,
Shock was
where
the
we will
original
continue following Frontier's
spooky game that
storyline
takes place on a space
in orbit
station.
of an alien star.
Yeah.
Been seeing that shit all week.
Yep, we've seen this trailer 2 or 3 times at least.
Watch me lose.
All right.
Yes. timed pretty well.
I was so ready to walk.
Your opponent has great comedic timing.
I was ready for like the 2-minute death. I wasn't expecting. I was expecting the 1 second.
It's a shotgun. What are you gonna hit with that? Is this a hero shooter or a make your own character shooter?
It's a battle royale with power-ups. I remember.
In the form of cards, maybe?
All right, gamers, good work. You've made it here to a site
I think the best way
grace.
to think of it is like PUBG with power-ups. I think that's the
Make sure you're staying hydrated, replenish your
PR.
potions, and most importantly,
Man, I miss Radical
keep
Heights.
letting us know what games you're excited about using hashtag PC Gaming Show. I mean, personally, I
miss,
can't wait to play the Altars.
The
Lawbreakers.
Now, we're all
Ubisoft
rested up,
one.
Feeling good. It's time to enjoy a slice of that
bike one?
lovely
The Ubisoft
cyberpunk
one
life,
called-
courtesy of Nivalis.
The one that you could like jump really high in.
Yeah.
Immortality, the latest from the mind of Sam Barlow.
Had the modifiers.
Hyperscape?
I don't know.
Hyperscape.
Oh, is that gone?
I'm pretty sure that's gone. I don't think it lasted 6 months.
Oh man.
A short clip here. Do you
What
want
was
to go forward
Hyperscape
about the
again?
Well, I don't want to
Yeah.
spoil things too much.
FMV.
It's Jesus.
Does this work as confession?
Good work.
You get to cut together your own YouTube theory video. What? The painting?
The premise.
But that
of-
was.
It's the premise of the Next Judgment game.
Did you ever read his diary?
Wait, but the lamp. Oh.
Yo, Columbo the video
But
game.
she-
Let's go.
Wait,
I saw her last week at Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria.
And they're wearing the earring of the ancient pharaoh. What? Why'd they look at his dick? That was rude.
We can take a break. We should take a break. No.
Is the shot out of focus because I'm supposed to click on something in the background, or because the camera guy didn't know what he was doing?
Hey boss, time to wake up. We got customers waiting. What do you mean you don't know where to start? Let's clean this place up. Move some chairs and tables.
Oh my god, this game was designed for me. Oh my god, hold on, I gotta be ready on the wish list page.
Veg in the greenhouse. Once we start making real money, well, then you can rent that fancy new apartment in Midtown.
Oh my god.
Oh god.
Thank
Make
you.
friends, make enemies.
VR mode, VR mode, VR mode.
Turn on the old charm.
Rest in peace,
Cyberpunk
2077.
I'm not your
Cyberpunk
conscience.
aesthetic that isn't 2077 and not a top-down shooter. Max is it.
We don't know if it's
Yours.
maybe
It's got
combat
fishing.
starts and the camera pulls back.
And he
You
pulls
look
out
up
a deck of
at the
cards.
clouds and wonder what's up there? Well, if you dream big enough, maybe you'll find out. Maybe
And he
we
selects
all
an ability as he proceeds into the procedurally generated dungeon.
to Nivalis.
Nivalis.
Cool. Yeah.
Hi, I'm Marco. And
On
I'm
Steam
Roman.
and
At
Epic
Ironlands,
Games
we are
Store,
big fans
not
of
limited
cyberpunk
to one or the
fiction
other.
games, but we have our own ideas of what a cyberpunk world can be. This is a game in which you manage your restaurant, bar, or nightclub, take care of your staff, make deals, farm, and experience the stories of
I want to
the
make
you
people
meet.
meals.
Or maybe you just want to take the day off and go fishing at the docks instead. Nivalis primarily uses voxel art for the environments. We spend lots of time creating a unique atmosphere with high levels of
Yeah.
detail and dynamic elements.
Yeah.
We are excited about the cyberpunk world we're making, and we can't wait to see the choices you'll make and how you'll choose
Finally,
to
a
live your
win
life
for gamers.
when you come visit us in Nivalis.
We did it.
You can wishlist Nivalis now on Steam and the Epic Game Store.
Mana is the gaming rewards debit card that puts the power back in
Can
your
I be
wallet.
Mana?
So with every quest you complete and every purchase you make, you're earning for the rewards you actually want. We make it easy for you to set up and start. Just sync your favorite games to your Mana account and start earning real-life rewards the next time you play. So why pay any other way? Pay with Mana. Pay with power. Mana. Game the system.
Police help, he stole my
Get
mana
ready to
points.
overclock your eyeballs, because this next trailer is
Drink
coming
an
in
ether
hotter
and
than
get
my
over it.
computer with 3 Chrome tabs open.
Are we ever gonna see the Demon School game? I feel like that one kind of just came and went.
You're gonna see it right now. Here it is.
These bird. Damn. Steven, you watched this already?
I'm sorry, I didn't tell you I'm on the dev team.
Oh. Can I get a code?
Anyway.
Yo, Persona 1.
Yeah, pointless text. Let's go.
Ooh.
Neat.
Looks pretty fun.
Well, guys, thanks for coming to
You
Max
just saw
Block.
Demon School from Welsh developer Isbrid Games, and now it's time to take a bit of a spooky transition. If you're at home, turn on all the lights in the room. Make sure the salt circle is unbroken,
Google, lights
and
on.
check to see that your door is
Hey, Google,
properly
salt
painted
circle?
with sacrificial lamb's blood, because things are about to get certifiably terrifying. Let's look at the
there's
H.R.
no Steam page for it yet.
Giger-inspired biopunk horror, Scorn.
Up, look away,
Oh
Max.
my God.
It's the game.
Please, for the love of God,
A
communicate
Not
which
the-
trailers are
of
in which.
macabre perception. Greetings.
They
Max
must not
Block
tell
really
them.
did end.
It must be like, we're gonna send this
And I
trailer
invite
out
you to
because
join
we
me
are not
as
gonna get a
we
confirmation at
explore
all of who's gonna
Scorn's
air it.
Mesmerizing
You know?
labyrinth of odd forms.
Like,
and
if
somber
these
tapestries.
developers and publishers are not told if their trailers are gonna be in the presentations
In the middle
at all. They just submit.
hellscape, filled
That is
with
the only
biomechanical
explanation.
contraptions, part flesh, part machine. An industrial civilization now lying in decay and ruin. A hidden fauna sleeps within the underbelly of the world, wanting nothing more than to be left.
Why doesn't this guy draw something else?
Scorn has been carefully crafted with great attention to detail. Everything is focused on building a specific atmosphere. From a
You
unique
nailed it.
organic ecosystem to
Trust
an
you
unsettling
did a great
soundscape
job.
created by Ethek and Lustmord. Scorn has no dialogue, so most of the storytelling comes from the environment, discovering the ever-present symbiotic relationships and how things are connected equips you with the tools to progress. While there is shooting within the game, Scorn is not a shooter. Every encounter must be carefully considered. A wrong choice could be deadly. I hope you've enjoyed this glimpse into the twisted world of Scorn. The team at Ebb Software can't wait for you to uncover the secrets of this unique world as you experience Scorn firsthand this October. Are you prepared to unravel your inner self within Scorn's world of horror?
Now, while I've been delightedly playing Dune Spice Wars, harvesting melange, and trying to figure out how to pronounce...
I don't care, Dana.
It doesn't matter. I'm equally ready to turn hordes of Tyranids into a Jackson Pollock painting in Warhammer 40k Space Marine 2. In this brutal third-person shooter, you once again step into the oversized power armor of Titus, an elite Primaris Space Marine, in a galaxy immersed in a never-ending war. To take us further inside the grimdark, I am joined by Tim Willits.
I know nothing about Warhammer, but Space Marine was a cool game.
Warhammer 40k Space Marine 2. First of all, thank you so much for joining us.
Yes, thank you. Thanks for having us.
Good to be here. Now, Tim, I want to start with you. You previously worked at id Software on Doom. How would you say the Space Marine compares to Doom Guy?
That is a good question. I bet many people did not know that the original Doom Guy was actually a Space Marine, inspired by an even older Space Marine, which is the Warhammer 40,000 Space Marine. So, you know, it's really exciting for me to work on Space Marine 2, you know, because it's a great franchise, and I know that it's inspired so many other video games throughout the last 25, 30 years.
Oh, absolutely. And there's so much lore to sift through. And I think this brings us to talk a little bit about the new Space Marine that you're going to get to play, a Primaris Space Marine. Oliver, talk to us a little bit about Captain Titus and what makes this class of Space Marine different from the others in the universe.
So the Space Marine is a brainchild of the Emperor, the kind of leader of this of humanity in the grim dark
he seems
future.
nice.
He saw the dangers that the universe presented, and he created a super soldier from his own DNA. And each of these different factions, these different chapters, have different genetic traits of the Emperor. But what makes the Primaris different is that a guy named Belisarius Cawl, the Emperor's kind of chief scientist, went back, did some digging in the old data, and found a way to enhance the qualities that a Space Marine has by installing new devices, new kind of bio implants in their body. So now these guys are 2.5 meter tall monsters capable of destroying anything in their path.
It's reminding me of the 1,000 times I have rewatched the Astartes animation.
That's amazing.
It's so exciting. It's so exciting that we now get to be in that position to play that kind of character. And in the trailer, we saw a lot of Tyranids.
Oh shoot, we forgot to send that guy a DMCA takedown.
If so, what makes them?
Thanks for reminding us, Dana.
In this particular game, the Tyranids are the main focus, and what makes them compelling is that they are extragalactic locust-like creatures. They've come in from goodness knows where. They spread like wildfire. They devour everything in their path, and they leave nothing in their wake.
So one of the great things about the Tyranids is they come in the thousands. And our proprietary engine, the Saber Swarm engine, can deliver these epic battles. Now we will have thousands of Tyranids, and you will rip and tear through them all.
I mean, that is so thrilling, because this is the sort of thing that older games couldn't even hope to do. And you're talking a little bit about combat. I know that some of the previous entries were more melee focused. What's the combat like in Space Marine 2?
So the combat in Space Marine 2 is a mix of in-your-face melee combat along with some really cool over-the-top weapons. So, you know, we
the lead-in scared me a bit.
You know, the original Space Marine.
He's like, yeah, we actually took out all the melee. We just got rid of it.
This push-forward combat, which has inspired many other video games, but that never stop, never take cover combat is integral to Space Marine 2, along with, you know, these really cool, powerful weapons. So you're either tearing up the enemies in front of you, or you're blowing them away from the back of the battlefield. It's the best of both worlds.
I mean, that sounds so terrific. And I mean, I know you guys are huge fans of the 40K lore, so I'm curious about, in working on this project, what's been the most fun seeing come together? I mean, what's Saber Interactive focusing on right now?
Right at the beginning of the project, Tim and I went to the Warhammer Museum, which was an incredible experience. And you go around all these cabinets where these incredible miniatures that have been painted by these masters are arranged in these dioramas. You find yourself kind of crouching down and looking into the ranks of Space Marines that are facing Tyranids or Orcs or whatever. And something that Tim and I said at that moment was, we need to make this come alive.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to look at this, I want to be inside this. I want to be gunning down Tyranids by the thousands. And so seeing that actually happen and come alive has been thrilling.
Am I going to feel like the characters in the Astartes animation? Because if so, then I'm buying the game immediately.
Even more so, when you're wielding one of those massive weapons and you're faced with 1,000 Tyranids who all want to eat you alive, and you're just letting rip and you can see shell casings bursting out of these massive weapons one after another. The sound, the gameplay, the way it feels,
the way he
it's all
describes it
designed
sounds
to make
sick.
you feel like the most powerful warrior in the universe.
Well, perfect. That
If
answers
it's half
everything.
as good as the
Thank
first
you so
Space
much,
Marine, it'll be
Tim
a
and
really
Oliver
good game.
from Saber Interactive for joining us. I can't
Man,
wait. Warhammer 40K,
I love that game.
Space Marine 2 comes to PC, PS5, Xbox Series X and S soon. Now next, we have a few more surprises for you up the sleeves of our proverbial power armor. First, Replicant D6's homage to the golden
I've
days.
only snoozed. How
or
long
should I
has
say,
Day9 had the AirPods
golden
in?
eyes of 90s
The whole time.
console shooters.
I
And
only snoozed.
atmospheric sci-fi adventure on the Red Planet. from
I guess we're
Frontier
done doing like the really low profile
Take a look.
earpieces.
Yeah, now when there's a
Oh,
brand
yeah.
to promote.
You know, if you got AirPods, may as well shut them off.
Hey guys, if
Is this what you wanted? Is this the art style you wanted?
Kinda.
Wish it was sharper.
I'm not.
It's not PS1. It's N64.
It's N64 upscaled in Project 64.
Yeah.
I don't like GoldenEye, but this is the art style I like. So it's cool that this is being made, and I like that. Oh shit.
That's pretty sick.
That's pretty cool, actually. I'd be down to support this, though. Try it. I just think that... I think GoldenEye is extreme... Agent 64. I think GoldenEye may be one of the least well-aged games ever.
Yeah.
Mechanically.
Yeah.
So... Demo available on Steam. Well, gosh golly. How can I say no?
This is Kathy. Can you hear me?
Hi, Kathy.
Please come in.
Mission Opera has only one objective.
Bring the Arcs and their revolutionary
Why does Steam let you put emojis for your release date?
Here we go, Opera Team. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step.
Wow, space. I need to know that when we get there, you'll make the right decisions.
No promises.
We can
I'm
do
gonna
this.
make all the worst decisions.
What do you expect to find on Mars?
Myself.
The reason to be.
Mars is pretty big. I don't know how they're gonna deliver it.
Hi, my name's Elise Chappell.
I'm sure they can
and I
make a
play
map as
Kathy
big as
Johansson
Mars. I
in the
mean, have you seen the
out-of-this-world
GTA 5
sci-fi
map?
epic Deliver Us Mars. Join Kathy and the crew of the Zephyr on an unmissable adventure as they journey to the Red Planet to recover technology vital to the survival of Earth and humankind. Deliver Us Mars is set to land on September 27th and is available to pre-order now on PlayStation, Xbox, Steam, and the Epic Games Store.
Stay a while and listen. To this list of games still to come, the team behind Half-Life Alyx Levitation will put their mod where their mouth is, and then it's paradox time. Not as
That
in
seems
us
like a pretty big
creating an
thing
actual time paradox.
that you would
We're
like
going to show
surprise
you the latest
you.
from Victoria
It's a mod.
3.
Oh.
Plus, you can literally scare
Like they
your
said.
entire butt off
Yeah,
with
but
the
I
creeping
don't-
horror of Gloomwood.
And I mentioned it
All
earlier.
This and more in just a moment.
Yeah, I don't
But
know. I
first,
felt like if they hadn't announced it
final
prior,
pop
that'd be
quiz
a
for
pretty
all you
big like
Valorant,
reveal
CS:GO, and League
thing.
of
If it's
Legends
being like
players.
officially
How much has
put
esports
out.
revenue increased
Yeah,
since
Valve does that.
2016?
You can put
Compass
whatever
Data
official
Centers
mods you
wants
want
to
on
hear your
Steam
guess,
for their own
and
Steam
you can
pages,
scan
yeah.
this QR code on the screen for a chance to win
much
a
esports
$500
revenue
It's like that
gift
Left 4 Dead
card.
2 update.
Visit
where
gaming.compassdatacenters.com
the community
to
just
enter. All right, and
No,
now,
it's more like
go back to the show.
aperture tag.
Oh,
Next,
yeah,
we're
yeah,
going
yeah,
to take
yeah.
a look at Stormgate, the highly anticipated.
When they ask the question of how
real-time
much
strategy
esports
game from
revenue is like
Frost Giant.
increased, do they like
Then our
average
resident
that
Arts
like
addict is
through
going to
everything?
sit down with
Because I really don't
game
want to like
developers
compare the
asking
prize pot
targeted
of like
questions like,
Dota
when
2
can we
to
play
like
this already?
Rocket League.
Oh, okay. I thought you were gonna say like Street Fighter. I'm like, just rip the Band-Aid off. Fighting games dramatically affect the average. They need to be weighted.
Yeah, no, you're right. No, I think that pays less. I think it pays way less.
2 years ago, our team assembled with a shared vision to build a brand new real-time strategy game.
We are
Together,
happy to announce
we've
a
been
new
fortunate to work on
office
some
where
of the
we make a
greatest
video
RTS
game.
games of all time, and now we have a chance to do it again by creating the next evolution of that legacy. Today, we are so excited to share a first glimpse of Stormgate, an exclusive sneak
This
peek
is the one that
into the
looks like every
universe and
Blizzard
that
game
we've been
combined,
creating
right?
for you.
Yes.
Okay.
Stormgate takes place in an all-new post-apocalyptic setting where science fiction and fantasy collide. Our story begins hundreds of years in Earth's future, following the near extinction of humanity. This great calamity was caused by the Infernal Host, a playable alien race of demonic invaders that are hell-bent on claiming this planet as their own. With our story, we are creating an ever-expanding game universe, told through an ongoing series of campaign missions that you can play solo or cooperatively. New chapters will come out regularly, along with new units, maps, modes, and plenty of other surprises. In addition to campaign missions, we're building a world-class competitive experience with grassroots and professional tournaments accessible from directly within the game.
Game's
There
doomed.
will be different leagues suitable for all levels of
Don't
experience.
say esports in the marketing
In our new
material. You
three-player
just
co-op
make it
versus
and
AI
do it.
mode, you'll level up your heroes, collect rewards, and customize your forces to open up new styles of gameplay and long-term variety. Stormgate will be free to play, but not pay to win, and there will be no NFTs. Beta testing
all
starts
right.
next week. Sign up
No,
now
we're
to reserve your place
here.
in line
We're at that
at
point.
PlayStormgate.com.
NFTs went by so fast. We didn't hear them last year, of course,
You
because
might
they weren't
happen to
there.
know
And
that I'm a
the
huge
first
fan
time
of
we hear
real-time
them this
strategy
year
games.
is that.
StarCraft is my favorite game.
Yeah.
I've played it for 25
Square
years.
Enix
I
is like,
still
don't worry,
play it,
there
and
will
that's
be
why I'm
NFTs
so
in
thrilled
our.
today to be talking to Frost Giant Studios. They're a group of amazing developers who have worked on literally my favorite games of
No
all
NFTs.
time. And we're here to talk about their brand new, free-to-play, real-time strategy game set in a post-apocalyptic Earth. It's Stormgate. And here to talk about it is the CEO and production director at Frost Giant, Tim Morton. Thanks for joining us, Tim.
Thank you so much for having me. To show.
I want to know about the world. I want to know about the game. Tell us, what is Stormgate?
All right, this is our first
Tell me.
game.
No one
as a
will
new
tell me.
studio.
Why won't anyone tell me what this
and
game is?
No one will
it
tell me,
is
please.
Classic real-time strategy, but
Why are you
designed
guys
to
keeping
be
this
more
secret?
social. We build the game in a universe that ties everything together, but provide different kinds of experiences for players who like different kinds of gameplay. So we've got cooperative campaign mode, also play open-ended co-op, but if you're somebody who really enjoys competition, we've got 1 versus 1 high skill competitive. And those are very different ways to play.
missed
in some
what
ways,
happened.
But they're also all unified by the universe.
I was lost again, don't worry about it.
So you really get a sense for how to enjoy it.
And I'm curious a little bit about that core gameplay, because obviously in all these modes you're going to
It was just the timing of it. Just if you love competition.
Feeling really good and really smooth to play is super important. Now, obviously, I come from a time where if the pathfinding is bad, we call that high skill opportunity. But I mean, how do you think about getting the controls, the motions, just the feel of the game to feel good in 2022?
Well, if I showed the wins, it
Yeah,
wouldn't be
it's
funny.
interesting that RTS is one of the only
it's
genres I can
just
think
true.
of where you have to have hundreds, even thousands of units synchronized over the network and responsive in a way that high skill, like pro esports players feel good about playing the game. That's not easy. It does require custom technology. There's no engine that you buy off the shelf that does that for you. So we definitely started knowing that and having the benefit of our chief architect, James Anhalt, who did that work previously on StarCraft 2. So we've put a lot of effort into that for sure.
And this is going to be one of the first major RTSs people are aware of that is on Unreal Engine 5. What is it like working in this next generation engine?
It's pretty incredible how far things have come from a graphics perspective, and I think the art team is unlocked in so many ways by what Unreal provides. So we're very excited. We're still learning everything that Unreal can do for us, but even that first cinematic that we debuted, like that's done in Unreal. So the high quality graphics that you're seeing are actually coming from Unreal as an engine.
So you've talked a little bit about, for
Yeah,
new
it's not
players,
new.
making the game feel a little more approachable, a little bit more streamlined, but obviously, StarCraft, real-time strategy, has this astonishingly long history as a competitive game, as an esport. And I'm curious, how is your team going to approach that?
So a lot of the emphasis around our thinking has been focused on what are things that we can add, especially around the gameplay experience. And one of those things is more seamless integration with esports. I mean, being able to sign up, participate in tournaments directly from the client in a way that gives players, even if you're not like top grandmaster, ready to take on Cyril, there's still an opportunity to be the best on your block or the best at your company or the best at your school. So
the household.
we want to facilitate esports all the way from
At level
grassroots
low.
level up to the pro level directly in the client.
So, of
In my
course, in the
local.
history of RTS games, a really important component of them has always been mods. I mean, Warcraft 3, there's players that didn't even play the original game. They just did custom mode after custom mode. Does Stormgate have modding? How are you thinking about the modding community?
A number of members of the Frost Giant team actually came out of the modding community. The team as a whole is very passionate about it. From the outset, we started out applying resources.
Yo, I want to
build
play
a
that
custom editor.
StarCraft hockey game. What the
I think
heck?
there's
Yeah.
a lot of opportunity to make
You guys should have made
improvements
that.
to the editing experience for RTS. We are also working on the infrastructure for people to be able to share their mods with each other. So it's really core to us as a team to enable modding, and we're absolutely working on it.
And of course, we have to end with my favorite question of all. When can we play the game and how do we play it, Tim?
So we are going to start our beta in 2023. We already have a site stood up at playstormgate.com to be able to register for the beta. We have a lot of active discussion topics on our subreddit as well, so there's an opportunity
now you've
to
mentioned it's just like a mix of all Blizzard games.
It's Diablo fighting
Thank you
Diva's
so
mech.
for joining us
It's
again
like
today. We just
it's
got a chance to
Diva's
talk
mech,
about
but with longer
Stormgate,
legs.
Upcoming free-to-play RTS from Frost Giant Studios. I'm personally super pumped to play it, and be sure to check it out at playstormgate.com. Now, Tim, I'm going to do with transition.
All right,
to
I'm
the
back
next
in
game.
gold.
You ready? This is going to be good. Watch this. It's going to be so sick. Next, we're going to show you Lesara, Summit Kingdom from Quite OK Games. Now, as someone who has spent a medically inadvisable amount of time playing strategy games of all sorts, this looks incredibly up my alley. And it looks a lot safer than my last attempt to create society in the mountains. 2 words, Tim, yodeling accident. Let's check it out.
There's a gun off screen pointed at Steph. That's
Yeah,
terrible place. Terrible place to build.
I almost said that's where I live. And then that happened. Oh man, I want to play this.
I do.
I want to live on a stupid ass mountain because we do.
Yeah, doomed to die. Oh, this looks great. I like city builder stuff. I just don't want to walk around the city. I don't want to be like the little guy. and
Yeah,
have
no,
to
you don't
do the
walk
farming.
around, you walk up.
Oh my.
You don't want to walk up the city.
Guys, move. Please. That's sick.
Yeah.
Lesara. And that genre is so easy to come up with new ideas for. It's like, it's a game where you build a city, but it's sideways. It's like, oh yeah, let's
It's in a fucking floating circle.
a floating circle. It's in a mean snowy place.
Genshin's looking different nowadays.
Genshin Fortnite Valheim.
It's scary dragon. Yeah, looks okay.
Are they gonna show the trailer for the HoloLive Genshin Fortnite
an open
Valheim?
world survival RPG from Dreamside Interactive, where you'll embark on a fantasy adventure in a world reshaped by a magical calamity. A cursed land full of environmental hazards and massive monsters doesn't sound like the kind of place you'd want to build a cozy home with your friends, but instead you'll be raising fortresses and trying to tame the world, eventually growing tough enough to tackle the citadel that looms over everything and break the curse. Or you'll end up in the belly of a monster. Still kind of cozy. The demo for Frozen Flame was released just before the show, so you can jump in or grab some co-op buddies and see how long you can survive for right now. And keep an eye out for the early access launch later this year.
Guys, stop showing world premieres. I need to know how much revenue is in esports.
World premiere.
If you could listen to the noise of
Bro,
history,
and now
then you
existed
would
for
hear
fucking
by the sounds of the Victorian age that the world changed forever. The roar
Play us
of
off,
the
Wacko.
engines, the bangs from new factories, and the cries
You're
of
really
the
gonna show us a
streets
train that isn't part
calling
spider
out
clown?
for
That's
revolution.
crazy.
In Victoria 3, we simulate this era. 100 years, starting in 1836, and put you in charge
Yo, it's my turn.
of a
It's my
young
turn right there.
society. You will meet the people back then, high and low, over cultures across the globe. They are the beating heart of your nation and form powerful groups with needs and desires.
That sounds annoying. I don't want to deal with any of that.
Reform, or turn a deaf ear to protect what is proven and stable.
What? Wait.
Your politics.
What was that skill path?
Where you want to go.
Wait a
Your
second.
Economy, how far you
Wait.
come.
Oh no! And then I looked at it on the
production, trade,
actual
and construction.
hour stream,
Play
and I
these
found
cards
worse
right,
ones.
And you can harness the Industrial
Great.
Revolution to
I
turn
love
your
Frostpunk.
cities into titans.
It seemed worse than Frostpunk.
This is the engine you
That's
will
saying
need
something.
on the global stage. Use pacts, threats, and bluffs to secure your place in the sun. Anything done by war can be achieved with diplomacy. But you can decide when push comes to shove.
Wow.
How did you know he was going to say that?
Right, the stories. And
Because I
over
invented
time,
history.
The history of your world
Film
will
school.
be carved into the map. What will your society be like? What is the sound that will echo over continents and be heard over the noise of time as you create your grand tomorrow?
We're here with the Debs from Victoria 3. Can you tell us a bit about how the racial segregation skill tree is going to work out?
Paradox Interactive, a grand strategy game coming later this year. And let us take this moment to let you know you can wish us
It was
Victoria
just
3
on
by
the
visiting
skill
the PC
tree,
Gaming
and
Show
it was
event page
close
on
to the
Steam,
top.
where you'll be able to find every game featured in today's show. Type pcgamer.com/wishlist into your
Only
browser.
24 minutes left.
There.
That's
And
actually
now
pretty
on with the
helpful
show.
to add. Every show should do that.
Yeah.
Punch the Man game.
Oh, New Blood.
Hell yeah.
Blow.
Is New Blood the new Devolver?
Yes.
And that we're kind of just excited about whatever they make.
Yes.
And they're the
Yes.
fun type of quirky. Okay.
Devolver 2.
They are exceptional at publishing
Ultra Kill Act 2.
like really solid games.
I have to play Ultra Kill. I have to not play that game.
I want to try falling aces.
No! Oh,
my
no!
God.
Through the wind.
Poor man. I think I'm just gonna buy, because they have a New Blood like bundle on Steam. I think I'm just gonna pick that up.
Yeah, understandable, honestly.
There's a New Blood bundle?
What's up,
Yeah.
PC gamers? We're back
Is it on
again.
sale?
Now, what you just saw was everything New Blood's got going on for 2022. Medieval the Black Labyrinth,
maybe?
Ultra Kill Act 2, Faith, Fallen Aces, and a brand new update for Dusk that's bringing all new HD models and weapons that nobody asked for. So we're doing it anyway. Now, last year you might have noticed we teased a bunch of games here that we weren't ready to talk about just yet. And we're still not ready to talk about those games. But I want to let you know that yes, we're still working on a top-down shooter. Yes, we're still working on a Fallout-style RPG, my dream game. And yes, we're still working on a car combat game. But we're not ready to talk about those games just yet. What I want to talk about
That's like 10%
is
off.
Gloomwood. Now, 2 years ago, y'all straight up forgot to show the Gloomwood trailer. Last year, you bumped me so Gabe Newell could talk about a bunch of demos or some shit. This year, PC Gamer, you promised.
Yeah!
You promised
I
me
like
to get
New
to show
Blood.
Gloomwood, so I don't want to hear any bullshit. If you're on a Steam Deck ad right now or some shit, I'm gonna...
Steam Deck. Powerful, portable PC gaming.
PC Gamer, you see this puppy?
Mana debit
I
card.
will drown this puppy. I will. You don't want to show Gloomwood. I'm going to drown
Yeah!
this adorable
I
puppy.
want to save the puppy.
Wait,
PC Gamer, let him talk.
I love you. So yeah, we good?
No.
Can we show Gloomwood? Are you sure? Well, all right. It's about time.
So when does New Blood get to have their own direct?
No. That's how they get you.
Hoped for us to meet at my estate.
It's slippery slope.
No,
You write a
No.
quick little 5-minute
I can
segment and that's it.
guarantee you're safe and alive.
The Pac-Man cheese!
Few others here can. The townsfolk are not.
There's our max core. We did it.
Don't delay.
The way you break his window and then you stab him.
What was that noise?
Bloody.
Must have been my imagination. Cool.
Hell yeah.
Rats.
There's only one
Rats.
thing I like more than playing New Blood's games, and that's probably the URLs they make for them. It wouldn't be a PC gaming show without the silliest, most ridiculous website names in human history, which is why I'm delighted to share
Oh, I
that
didn't
next.
know
We
New
have
Blood
a group
published
of such
Super
games that run
Galaxy
the gamut
Squadron,
from
too.
medieval mayhem to an
play
adorable
that.
animal fight club. And our first rule, we absolutely plan to talk about it.
Corrupted what?
Oh no.
Unlucky.
Why is it always doing this just when I need to showcase the game? Okay, I'm gonna take that. Have you tried turning it off and on again? Yes.
Everyone who played Portal 2 as a kid are now making games.
10.1.1 will provide a clean sorting of all your files and ensure that situations like this won't ever happen.
Oh, no, nobody's updating me. That's the thing. Nope. Haha, thank you, but we'll pass.
Please to system.
Okay, so I do have a backup of the trailer. While I go rummage into the bin for it, please welcome my personal assistant. That will do a great job at pitching the game for you.
Hey, little fella.
Talk about how cool I am in the story and how funny and witty. You know, just talk about me.
Uh-oh. It's a funny, witty game.
Found it. Ah, ladies and gentlemen, the trailer. Okay, who had the amazing idea to save the trailer backup in 14.4 pixels? Do we have any ants working for us?
Sure, I'll look at it.
The survival of thy noble family depends on their ability to rule the city, to fight with valor, and to learn. Oh, if only it were that easy.
Oh, dear. Oh, no.
Why is the king just... Oh. I was about to say, why is the king just in like a little hut? And now...
Well, he probably went there to shag.
Man of the people. Oh my god. She's doing like combos.
Alright. So... Is this RimWorld?
Yes.
Or it looks like the prison game. Yeah. Wow, I really do like the least represented genre. Oh shit, new
Beat up the
supers?
pony.
Oh no. Yeah, John Woo. That game's so good.
Hmm.
Wait, did I buy Shanty? I thought...
It did say it was free, like, unless you bought it before.
It said now available for free, so maybe they were always free.
This looks okay. Oh, it's Core Keeper. I still need to check out Core Keeper at some point.
That was the latest DLC for Core Keeper, the sandbox survival sim from Fireshine Games and Pugstorm. The Sunken Sea biome update is available on June 15th for all Core Keeper players. Now we have even more twists and turns and trailers, so press enter to continue. Did you press it? I'm gonna go ahead and assume you pressed it. No, but seriously, press it.
Trust me, I'm mashing it.
Life can be harsh everywhere. But in the old world, there was no hope of it ever improving. When our crops failed, the ruling class would still collect the same share, leaving our children to starve. And if we had any coin to our name, the taxman would appear, demanding it for the crown. The nobles hid behind the safety of their walls and did nothing when raiders pillaged the outskirts of the city. And so, some of us decided that it was time to leave, that we'd rather take our chances in the wilderness, seeking the promise of a new land, and starve to death in our homeland.
Damn, we're getting that Oregon Trail update.
We lost many along the way.
Ugh.
This wild, unsettled land offers us the hope of a
You
new
okay?
start
Yeah.
as the masters of our own destiny.
A lot of things happened at once. I wonder if one of the world premieres will be rollback for P4A. That'd be cool.
What is below is destined to be understood. Our life depends on the whims of the weather. Our life is tied to this earth.
The water we harvest, the plants we grow, the air we filter. Any waste would be fatal to our survival.
We must learn to live in harmony with this world. For too long, we have wandered without purpose. From now on, our city will be a source of hope.
To understand our world, we must explore it.
We must find the tablets, the seeds of knowledge that bind all the elements together.
To build our survival.
To build our city. To live happily.
Is that in my house or in the game or in my head? Okay. Heartbeat sound shouldn't be allowed in your trailer.
Welcome to Icarus, Prospector.
Agreed.
The planet we almost
Heartbeat sounds, the sound of someone knocking on a door. Default iPhone ringtone.
Tinnitus. Take it from me.
Tinnitus.
This place wants you dead. But we
Look at that chonkster.
Learn the lay of the land. How to use Icarus to our advantage.
Damn, Mark 2's looking different.
Australia
Our
simulator.
friends at the UDA are offering up a slice, a whole new terrain. If you learn, build, and survive, maybe, just maybe, there's a future here.
Oh my god.
Think you got what it takes?
Oh no, that guy's fucked. Call.
In the rich tapestry of the PC gaming community, modders are one of the most inspiring subcultures. In fact, some of the most popular genres today started as PC gaming mods. Right now, modders Sean FMP1 Snelling and Corey Latto are making something incredibly special in the form of an ambitious mod for Half-Life Alyx. It's called Levitation. It's an original 4 to 5 hour campaign that builds on Valve's original VR game, Half-Life Alyx.
Are you guys going to talk about
With Alyx
the
searching
Sonic
for a pair of
Roboblast 2
rebels
Persona
on a
game
road.
too?
They've discovered a strange floating building in Sector X and decided to investigate it, against orders, obviously, and now it's your turn. Let's go back to the world of Gordon, G-Man, and Alyx with this exclusive gameplay footage.
Alyx, according to this old Resistance map, there's a control room somewhere outside the building you're in. Sorry if that's vague, the map was drawn using somebody's blood.
They're waiting for you, Alyx, in the testing chamber.
What's that on the side of the pistol?
That.
What?
Make reloading easier.
That's kind of sick.
Is that how the guns looked in the actual game?
I'm not sure.
I don't think so.
I would believe it.
They seem very, like, rectangular prism-y. Very square.
I would believe it because it would make reloading in VR more intuitive.
Hmm.
And that seems like a Valve thing to consider.
It's my favorite part of H3, hot dogs, horseshoes, hand grenades.
These are all base game assets.
But H3 has like a roguelike mode where all the guns are randomized, but all the guns are really realistic. So sometimes you'll find a gun and you're like, I don't even know how to put a bullet in this.
Yeah.
It's just like, I guess I'll just die.
Alex, I'm detecting an
That's why they do it like that.
large energy signature up ahead. It's probably Gordon Freeman, and not anything bad at all. Definitely, probably Gordon Freeman.
New chapter.
Okay, so the plan is to get to that control room and get Gordon.
Is that Alex's voice acting?
I have no idea.
Oh boy.
I'm pretty sure Alex has an accent. But that would be really weird if they took away or if they got somebody who didn't do the accent, so I don't know.
Gosh, it's the G-Man.
Go back to sleep, Doctor.
Sure. What the hell's that? Okay, it's a shotgun. Okay.
Getting kind of crowded down here, Russ.
I love the brand of VR trailers where the players act as if they're really in the video game. Yeah, no, they hire professional mocap actors to come in and do the gameplay.
I think those trailers are nice, but I like the trailers where there's 4 people on a stage playing a game together.
Alright, go left. Go left. Nice.
Okay, I'm
Picking
going
up
left.
the barrel.
Good job.
Picking up the barrel and chucking it to blow it in the air is a very player move.
Yeah.
Oh, guys, look at this loot. Does anyone want this?
Do you swear? See, if
That's
I play this
heavy
game, I'm
cool.
holding an explosive barrel in each hand, and I'm going all melee.
Nice.
That's cool. But that's in the base game too.
Just crawl under it.
You probably could.
You're in VR. No. Ew. Half-Life world is gross.
Yeah.
Dude! You just went through all that trouble to heal.
And?
Dang, we're really ending on a mod.
It's a pretty good looking mod, so I can't blame them.
That's where you find the skull.
3 cells left. Oh boy.
Oh.
Good luck, Alex.
Well, folks, this
Glad that's not me,
is
am
the
I right?
end. We've learned a lot today about ourselves, about computers, about genetically engineered space marines. And with so many games on the way, there has truly never been a better time to be part of the PC gaming community.
Over the course of the last 2 hours, we saw games from developers all over the world, and we wanted to thank everyone who tuned in to watch the show. All the developers who shared their work with us, and of course, all of the partners for their help bringing the PC gaming show to life.
Indeed, remember to tip your servers, install your firmware updates, and tell me if you know where to find a 3090 Ti. Tell me immediately. Anywhere you can find one, let me know. And of course, a warm thanks to you again for joining us at this year's PC
Literally,
Gaming Show.
that's
It's
probably
something I
the
look forward to
easiest of
every
the
year,
cards
and
to
we're
get
thrilled
right
you
now
joined us.
because they're so
See you next time.
massively expensive. No
Bye-bye.
one will buy them.
Bye.
Like, even a Founders Edition. Even a Founders Edition.
Well, add them on Twitter. Why are you telling us?
This is the official PC Gaming Show 2022 pre-show. It's the live show before the pre-recorded show. Go to the start. Make sure you're staying hydrated. Replenish your potions and motion.
Thanks everyone for tuning in for
Let's do it
Jeff
again.
Keighley
I like
2022
But
today.
before I
Okay,
spiral
so I
further
will
into my
say,
concerns,
yeah,
here's a
I will say this was far
One more time.
better than previous years.
Yeah, that was the easiest PC gaming show to watch. It was pretty simple. They didn't do like 10-minute interviews with everyone that came up.
Let's enjoy a slice.
I will say,
And
not
Day 9 is still a
having
good host. I like Day 9.
not having a man standing in a full Space Marine suit awkwardly in the background,
Of our show at long last.
kind of a
missed the duck.
disappointment.
Yeah, I missed the duck.
My spit fly out, and I hope I didn't get you, man.
Oh, good.
And also,
I
ate a
missed the
Snickers, so I wanna
killer
make sure there's no
PC.
just chocolate in my teeth.
This was much better. So.
It was something longer. I'm pretty glad we don't have to do E3 within like 2 days anymore.
The 5.5
I pretty much prefer it spread out. Tomorrow Capcom's doing a showcase for a whole bunch of Capcom stuff. Maybe not Street Fighter.
There were so many
We've seen enough of Street Fighter on accident.
Shut up!
So,
No one asked you.
Resident Evil, Monster Hunter, definitely those two.
It's not a heart attack.
And probably
it's
more.
Just a burp.
But yeah, Capcom tomorrow.
do
That's
the
what's
tape.
going on. Final
gonna
Fantasy
happen.
VII's on the 16th. And I don't remember any others in
Get
between.
ready to overclock your eyeballs because this next trailer is coming in hotter than my computer with more than 3 Chrome tabs open. If your gaming chair came with a seatbelt, then strap in because this next trailer.
No, thank you. So thanks everyone for tuning in. We'll be back tomorrow for Capcom. And tonight she's gonna be live, maybe doing Valorant, we'll see. And tomorrow, Pop, Or did you say you had something? I forget. Pup.
Pup.
Are you going live tomorrow?
Yeah, we can do it tomorrow.
Okay, just checking. And I think Tuesday is my next night. No. Yes, it is. It's also Flag Day. So, Tuesday,
Flag
Pokemon TCG.
Oh, I'm going to Six Flags tomorrow, so hopefully I'm going.
Oh,
live
right.
tomorrow.
That's
We
what
should
it
be
was.
home.
That's what it was. Yeah. We'll see.
You said flag and I just remembered. I'm sorry.
No, yeah. Don't worry about it then, if not. And then, Thursday, rave. Friday, we'll see what we do. Maybe something, maybe nothing. We'll see. So, that's it. Tomorrow, Capcom. And until then, go to bed.
Go to bed.
Complete the Ego Bat Pass and then go to bed.